Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Baking Butterly Love. Today I want to show you a few different ways that you can pipe buttercream using a star tip. Now I'm going to be decorating some mini layer cakes, which are quite small. So I'm going to be using a small star tip. It's actually a number 32. I don't know if you can see, it's pretty tiny. But just know that if you're decorating a larger cake, you might want to go with a larger piping tip unless you want to spend all day piping. Also, I'm going to be using Swiss meringue buttercream to decorate these cakes. I will leave a link for the recipe in case you'd like to try making it. But just know you can use any kind of buttercream that you like for these techniques as long as it's sturdy enough to pipe with. Alright, let's get started.
Okay, so real quick, I just want to show you the color palette I'm working with today. I've got a few different blues and some sort of pinky purples. And the idea here is that since I'm using a few of these shades on each little cake, along with the same piping tip on each cake, they're all going to look cohesive even though the pattern on each cake is different. For my first design, I'm going to make little dots with a star tip and then create wavy lines all the way around the cake. Whenever you're piping star dots like this, you want to hold the tip in one place while you squeeze, then stop squeezing before you pull away. If you keep squeezing as you're pulling away, you'll end up with sort of pointy looking blobs instead of nice, neat little stars. Now I'm starting in the middle with my darkest color because I want to sort of create a focal point. Then all I have to do is follow along that original line with different colors until the whole cake is covered. For this cake, I just did the crumb coat with a plain vanilla buttercream, but it might be a good idea to color that crumb coat to match whatever colors you're going to pipe with. That way any spaces between the dots won't stick out as much. The next design idea I have for you is this fun squiggly pattern. This is super quick and pretty easy compared to the dots, and I think it ends up creating a really cute pattern. All you have to do is pipe different size squiggles in different directions all around your cake. Now, the key to piping designs like this is to be confidently random. That might sound weird, but if you hesitate too much, you'll end up with shaky piping. And likewise, if you try to make everything perfectly even, any sort of variations are going to be that much more noticeable. But if you embrace the random look, it ends up looking much more intentional and perfectly imperfect. So instead of getting caught up in the shape of each little squiggle, just try to focus on getting a variety of angles piped and on keeping the colors balanced around the cake. Basically, try to keep your eye on the bigger picture of the design and be confident in your piping and everything will come out all right. Now, the next design idea I have for you is this multicolored rosette cake. And this is another fairly easy way to cover a cake, and it's also a great technique to sort of embrace that random imperfect look again. Unfortunately, I forgot to hit record on my camera, so this cake didn't make it to video, but I'm going to show you how to pipe rosettes on a board instead. So you just want to make sure that you're holding your piping tip perpendicular to the surface that you're piping on. Start where you want the center of the rosette to be, and then pipe with even pressure all the way around that center point. A little bit before you get to the end of the rosette, release the pressure and then continue just a little bit further in that circular motion so that the tail tapers off. And that's pretty much it for rosette. It's super easy. To get the random look with your rosettes, you again just want to make sure you balance the colors all the way around the cake. And then also try to use a mix of different sized rosettes. I covered most of the cake with larger rosettes first, and then I sort of went in with another layer or two of medium and smaller sized rosettes, which helped cover up any holes, and it also helps add a lot of dimension instead of having all the rosettes on just the same level. Last but not least, I'm piping this cute little star dot crescent on the top of this cake. Stars piped like this look a little bit like flowers, which if you know me, I love anything floral. This design looks just as good on a smooth frosted cake as it would on a rustic finish, and you could even embellish it with sprinkles for a fancier look. Again, just try to keep the design like this balanced by using a mix of sizes and a mix of colors. Alright, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you got some fun ideas for different ways that you can pipe with a star tip. I think it really is my favorite piping tip. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.